Hello and welcome to Out of My Mind. My name is Robison Wells, and this is the start of season two. Yes, the first season was not wonderful. That's why we're starting season two, where I'm going to be implementing a lot of the suggestions that I've gotten from you, the viewers, and hopefully we can make this a little more engaging, a little more helpful to you. So, anyway. We're going to be starting today's episode by going back to the basics of what OCD is. We're going to be talking about the five pillars, the five categories of OCD symptoms. All right, so we're going to be talking about the five categories of OCD symptoms, the pillars on which OCD is built. Not everyone with OCD has every one of these symptoms. I've got aspects of probably four of the five, but these are broad categories. So we're going to talk about them. First, as a recap to what OCD is. Basically, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, you have an obsession, and the obsessions are not always irrational, but they're always at least overinflated. They're overblown. You think too much of them, and there really is to worry about. Sometimes they are completely irrational. The next thing is that you have these obsessive thoughts. So, to get rid of the obsessive thoughts, you engage in compulsive behaviors. And those compulsive behaviors become a disorder when they impede your ability to function in life. And so that is obsessive compulsive disorder. You have obsessions, they lead to compulsions, and if those compulsions stop you from functioning in your home life, in your work life, in your social life, if they stop you from functioning, then it becomes a disorder, then it becomes OCD. So the first pillar of OCD is called checking. Checking is when you are lying in bed at night and you think, oh man, did I leave the front door unlocked? And you go downstairs and you check it and you turn the knob back and forth and back and forth, and it just gnaws at you. You go back to bed and you're like, wait a minute, when I checked the knob and I went back and forth and back and forth, did I leave it in the unlocked position? I better go check it again. And you go down and you check it again. The same thing with leaving the oven on, leaving the hair curler on, leaving anything on, the headlights on your car. And it is a behavior that grows and grows until you're checking all sorts of stupid things, and you check them multiple times, and it makes it so it is harder for you to deal with your life. Very often, people with checking will withdraw from social life because they're afraid of making a mistake. Anyway, that's checking. The next thing is washing and cleaning. This is an obvious one with OCD, with the stereotypical OCD for people who are germophobic. If you're germophobic, then you can really get into washing and cleaning, where the obsession is I am obsessed with germs, and the compulsion is I need to scrub my hands and feet and face and body until I get rid of the germs. And the disorder comes in where you are scrubbing so much that you are starting to bleed. Your hands are bleeding, and your eyes are watering and turning red, and you are washing out your mouth with ammonia and killing yourself. The next one is ordering and repeating. Ordering and repeating gets into the stereotypical OCD person of I need everything to be in straight lines, and I need to color code things, and I need to categorize things. That is part of it. It's not really the crux of it. Most of that ordering and most of that categorizing and color coding your bookshelves and those kind of things that falls under the category of OCPD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Ordering and repeating more comes in you need life to be rational. And you get that through numbers. There are some people with OCD who, whenever they go up the stairs of their house, no matter how many times they've climbed the stairs, they count every step as they go up. And that's textbook OCD. I have a problem with numbers, with clocks, with temperatures, with addresses, with phone numbers. I need all of these numbers to resolve themselves somehow. And if a number can't resolve itself, then I get very worked up. And it's dumb, but that's ordering and repeating. Number 4 is a thing called scrupulosity. And scrupulosity is where you assign or you imagine that God or the universe or whoever has assigned a moral value to every action that you take. And you think that if I don't do this thing the right way that it's supposed to be done, then I am going to go to hell. And sometimes it's big things. Relatively big things like I need to make sure that I go to church on Sunday or I'm going to hell. That I wouldn't consider a disorder because a lot of churches are based on that. And you can still function in society. But things like, I didn't make the bed, I'm going to hell. I didn't shovel the walks, I'm going to hell. Or I did make the bed, and now God is smiling on me. There are so many pitfalls of scrupulosity, and I have scrupulosity so bad. Everything worries me about my worthiness as a person, worthy to do anything, worthy to be happy. Scrupulosity's dumb. Anyway, finally, number 5 is a common one that you see on TV, hoarding. Hoarding is where you give everything an overinflated sense of value, and you think, well, I can't get rid of that. I'm going to need it at some point. I can't throw this away. I'm going to need it. You don't throw away newspapers. You don't throw away magazines. You don't throw away egg cartons or toilet paper tubes or all of these things, rubber bands. You don't throw anything away. And in extreme cases, this can lead to unhealthy living conditions. There are some people who hoard, who collect their own feces and keep it in jars. And it is very debilitating, even though it's sensationalized in the media. They have a whole show called Hoarders that drives me absolutely crazy. And one day I'll do an episode on why the TV show Hoarders makes me so pissed off. Anyway, that's hoarding. We're going to be back. I'm going to a writing retreat this week, which is going to be awesome. But I will be back next week, and we will have episode 2 of season 2. I hope that this is a better episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and there will be more to come. Thank you. If you like what you see, subscribe below. And if you don't like what you see, keep it to yourself. Thanks so much. I will see you next week.